Alrighty then, folks. Hello there, and welcome back to some more MS Saga. So, as you guys saw in the last episode, we have defeated Big Zom and got Fritzy Roo heavy arms. Yeah. So, I don't remember if I did this on screen or not, but I customized the equipment a little bit. I think I did, though. I did for Bazuli as well. Mainly, I just auto-generated. So, also, if you'll notice, I played for about 3.5 hours, just grinding people up. They're about 31-ish in the last episode. Well, they're about 36 now. Mainly because I wanted to get Aeon's next level of funnel. It makes the boss in Isengard really easy. But, sadly, we didn't get it. Which sucks, like a lot, but it is what it is. Did she get anything useful? She got full repair, which is kind of nice, but not all that useful. And yeah, and she also got limiter off, which is basically a self-boost to max, but who cares about that? I don't use that kind of stuff. Fritz is also 36 now. He got full regenerate, which is nice. That's a full heal. Oops. And then... yeah, I don't think he got any useful abilities like that. Vargas got intercept snipe. That stops the enemies from hitting you with handheld weapons, which for some bosses is super useful. For the boss of Isengard, it can stop his like big fuck you attack, but compared to some of the other guys we've been fighting, his big fuck you attack is kind of lame, to be honest. So we're not really gonna worry about that. And did you pick up any useful abilities? He got Mega Grenade, which is kind of nice, but not all that useful. I don't think Tramy got anything of use. I know she had Cracker before. Or not Cracker, Charge before. And yeah. And Bazuli is just Bazuli. He didn't get anything. Actually, he got Enkoku Ken, but who the hell cares about that? So the reason why I'm telling you everyone but Tristan, which he needs a shitload of EXP right now, is Tristan got one of his best abilities, which you never use with him because his TP is really low, comparatively. He got Fin Funnel. Yeah, not kidding. He is fucking Amuro. Yeah, he can use Fin Funnels even if he doesn't have the new equipped. Later on in the game, that's why I always gave him the new, but in reality, you really don't want to give him the new, because the new's range stat is actually better than its melee stat. So it's not really for him. Yeah, he got he got Fin Funnel, which will be pretty useful eventually, but for now, kinda not needed. We will be using it though, don't worry. We're first gonna head off to what is that country? New Zealand, to get a big boss fight done. It'll give us another weapon that's pretty useful. A Hyper Mega Cannon, if you know what that is. I just realized we left Europe and we're going towards South America. It's actually quicker going this way. Which is kind of funny, but whatever. So if you're curious where I was training, I was actually training on the Horn of Africa. Because apparently that's where a lot of the main fights for Arabia are. And you miss out on the like occasional battle with some Zaku and some Zaku tanks, which made training so much faster. Yeah, like right here. I don't know if I pointed this out earlier in the game, but almost a perfect size for a Gav, wouldn't you think? Yeah, we'll be there eventually, don't worry. I believe that's actually one of the next dungeons we go to. I also did some training in Antarctica, which is where the endgame dungeon is, but you can't walk in there. You can't even get close to it, actually. Yeah, like, there's no warning or anything. You just can't go in there. Which also kind of sucks, but oh well. Oh, and because we won't be needing Vargas just yet, I'm actually going to go... I think I'll go with Bazuli. Yeah, also, after we finish up Isengard, we're gonna do the first 2 or 3 levels in the Mobile Suit Coliseum, because we get Tristan's next melee weapon like that. I believe we get the Hyper Beam Saber. Though we won't have a double Zeta yet, so it's kind of weird that we'd get that. Oh, it's up there. It's up in Dunedain. Yeah, so this is actually one of the easier fights, and you're supposed to do it earlier in the game. I just didn't. We did the harder ones first, though I don't think we're powerful enough to fight the one that's in Ireland just yet. We'll do that one later. Yeah, so we were literally fighting the Guard Lancers as bosses for a while. But instead of shooting all with Fritz, we're going to charge. You'll find out in a second why. And I will say, playing this in 144 hertz makes everything else look super slow. But I actually played this on my PS2 recently and realized that, yeah, it's usually actually that slow. Oh, I thought he did charge first. He might do charge next. Yeah. Don't worry, these guys have, I think, 1700 HP. I've never openly analyzed them, but they don't have that much. Oh. The charge, boost, Aeon's the one with that ability. God damn it. I always think Fritz has Beam Field, but he doesn't. I think because I'm thinking of Gavinger. This will one-shot you if you're not careful. And if you're curious, that is a gun tank. Just a straight-up gun tank. Though it has a big cannon on the shoulder, which I guess the gun cannon can just barely equip. Yeah, since we're here, Fin Funnel, charge, Gatling Fire. Yeah, I don't know why they suicide themselves, but they do. Not really a hard fight, but a fun one at least. It's a lot more difficult if you did it when you were expected to do it, not like way later in the game. Oh, and they leveled up. Yeah, we got a hyper cannon. Woo, hyper cannon. The hyper cannon, I believe, is one of the items where you can't use it when you have a shoulder equipped, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So I generally tend not to use it unless I have to. But yeah, this thing is huge. So if you're curious where this is from, this is actually from Gundam Sentinel, weirdly enough. It was used by the Full Armor Double Zeta, or as I call it, the FAZ. Basically, it was a mass production version of the Double Zeta, which had a giant cannon mounted on the side, or on the shoulder. It, however, couldn't transform, so it was actually pretty slow. So it wasn't actually used all that much. The reality reason why it wasn't used that much is because, Dengeki Comics owns Gundam Sentinel, so Bandai has to pay licensing rights to use it, and they don't want to do that shit. Because Bandai doesn't want to spend money on anything if they don't have to. We might give it to him a little bit later, but it takes, I believe, 6 AP to shoot. Or 5 AP to shoot. So it's slightly better than the Zommel Cannon, actually. Well, it's a lot better than the Zommel Cannon, but I mean, energy-wise. Yeah, and you can't use it for boosts or anything, so... Unless you wanted to use it for, like, Gatling Fire. You generally don't. You know what? I wasn't actually planning this, but fuck it, let's do the Mobile Suit Arena first. And then next episode, we'll go fight Raven Gundam. Though, I will tell you that fight's not going to take a full episode. It's probably going to take, like, 10 minutes. Yeah, I would much rather go get the new weapon for Tristan now, where it's kind of a challenge, than later on. Plus, after we get this done and we finish up that base, that Dark Alliance base, we'll actually be skipping that because we already did the Lost City dungeon. Though I think we need like 20 more data from it, and that's behind that one locked door. So we might end up doing it, actually. Yeah, sure. I don't know why that check is there. Because if you game over in this battle, you game over. Or if you die in this battle, you game over. If you die in a normal battle, you game over. When is there ever a change where you don't game over? So that check is just kind of a, you know, fluff, but completely unnecessary fluff. Then again, most of the dialogue choices in this game are. So this is basically a normal arena. We fight, I think, 5 guys who are much more powerful than they should be, and then we get to the next level. Alright, so I think we can just shoot all these guys. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done this in a very long time. You tend to do this all in one go because the final thing you get for finishing all of this, which we aren't powerful enough to do, you have to wait till way later in the game to do it, is super useful. Okay, yeah, we're strong enough for this. So I've always been curious as to why this arena is here. I know because there was nothing else in Australia, so this kind of works out, and most games at this time had a sort of arena kind of thing, because they were popular. God damn it. If you're curious, yes, that was my house phone. I don't know who picked it up. Somebody did, which is nice. But yeah, I pay for VoIP. I don't know why. I just do. Hey, we're fighting the Black Tri-Stars. So yeah, I've always been curious as to why this is here. Game design-wise, it's because there was literally nothing else in Australia, so it kind of makes sense to throw this in here, and back in the day, these were super popular. I forget which game first started it. I want to say Armor Core Arena, but Armor Core Arena was just badass, that's why. I know the Dragon Quest games had the Monster Arena since I think Dragon Quest V, and I'll fully admit it, like, that was my favorite part of those games. Like, that shit was awesome. Yeah, so they added in this Coliseum, so I always assume, like, the Australians, for some reason, had their own G system, and this Coliseum's actually built on top of the G system. And so, but instead of having it limited by the unicorns, my idea is that it never actually got discovered because it's in the middle of a giant fucking desert. If you don't know, the center of Australia is a giant desert. And so it never got discovered, so there's a bunch of tribals that were just, like, running around building giant death machines all the time. And, like, it's the most complete G system on the planet. And so, like, Australia developed into this super, like, Mad Maxy kind of culture where everyone's riding around on mobile suits, like, an obscene amount of them. Just beating people up for no reason. And so this was kind of created to keep peace between the tribes. And so whoever becomes the winner becomes the king of all the tribes in Australia. You know, a la G Gundam style. And whoever's king controls the G system, so they get to choose which weapons get out. And they're very, very selective as to what they do. At least in my version, yeah, we just got gigabombed, goddammit. At least in my version of MS Saga, this is where Li Fong Hanoko went while she was gone and looking for us, before she started looking for us. She went here and fought and eventually got the Shining Gundam for... She didn't become champion, she got defeated in the semifinals, but they gave her the Shining Gundam. But she didn't want to stay and actually try again, because she had to go help out Tristan and them. At least that's my idea of it. Yep. I believe we're fighting Char right now, and he can use bits. So we just fought BQV. Yeah, we're fighting Char. So we're gonna charge up there, Let's see, Fin Funaroo. You can't Gatling Body just yet. You can, though. Damn! Ah, he lightning lines it. Damn it. Yeah, I wasted counter snipe. I didn't think he was gonna lightning lance, or I thought he was gonna like Mega Slash or something. But oh well. You're gonna Fin Funnel. You're actually gonna full repair yourself because full repair is super cheap. And then you're gonna switch to Treemy. She's gonna Plasma Lancer. Awesome. What are they eating? How do they get so strong? It's because we kick the Dark Alliance ass like multiple times. We kicked the Eisenkrat Army's ass multiple times. Yeah, we just got a front charger, which can be super useful. When you have that equipped and you charge, that gives you +2 energy instead of +1, which for some people later on in the game, super useful. For now though, I think that takes up 2 slots, so we're probably not going to use it. Oh wait, nah. There aren't really rules, it's anything goes. You're for that. I forget who I talked to get work done. Oh well, it's not important. We can look at it later. But yeah, everyone's dialogue changes after you win the first battle. And we're going to F1 real quick. And we're gonna rest. Because there's never a point in getting repaired unless you're super cheap, unless you have like very little TP. And then if you have very little TP, just fast travel to Marie's place and sleep for free. Because you can literally do that in the entire game, so there's almost never a point when you shouldn't. So this one's going to be a bit more difficult, but I believe this is the one that gives us the Beam Saber. Oh no, it's a Hyper Mega Launcher. Okay, that works. The next one's the Beam Saber. I don't think we'll be able to beat that one. But we can definitely beat this one. I'll just have to, you know, use a little bit more tactics than usual. And by that, I mean I'll have to do more than 3 rounds in a battle. I know, horrible, right? Can't have that. Yeah, Hizaku's. So we're officially in Zeta Arrow. Woo! I believe this is one of those fights that gets completely tripped up if you use Beam Field. Aw, damn. I was hoping to overheat at least one of them. Damn. Oh, well, at least it critted, so it did about the same amount of damage. If he hadn't blocked, though. Figured that'd be the case. He had a bit more HP than I thought he would, but that's fine. I totally forgot which boost those guys use. Mainly because all these battles just kind of like bleed together for me. They're like, oh yeah, I did fight that guy. I think these are Asmers, yeah. Like, I fought these guys like hundreds of times. I don't remember what they do. They'll have beam weapons though, so if we wanted to block that, we'd have to use Aeon. I'm actually gonna have you charge. You're gonna Gatling fire one of them. Probably the one in the middle, to be honest. Fuck roots again. Oh, goddammit, Fritz. Alright, you're gonna hit that one. You're going to coolant yourself. I really should buy more of those. And you're going to Gatling fire the one in the middle. Oh, wow. Surprised that didn't kill him. Repair all. Or no. Actually, I want to just do a full repair on you. And then we'll switch you out for Aeon, and she can beam field, I guess. I don't know, that's probably unnecessary, but oh well. It is what it is. You can charge, and you can switch to Tramy, who is going to Plasma Lancer that guy. God damn, these guys are really tanky. Which is sad, because I'm pretty sure these guys have more HP than some of the bosses. You're going to shot burst that guy, and you're going to switch to Vargas, who is going to counter snipe. I could have used intercept snipe, and if they ranged attack, defeated that, but who knows what they'll do. Yeah, I was hoping that would happen. Bet no one was expecting Vargas to get that kill. Was it Masala's this time, I think? Yeah, 2 got plants on a Masala. So, Beam Field will actually be pretty useful in this one. So you're gonna charge up, you're gonna... Ah, fuck. I hit charge instead of switch. Oh well. It is what it is, yeah. Oops. Boost. Oh yeah, you can't intercept snipe till 9. Damn. I was gonna say, ooh, I can just have him intercept snipe and do more damage to everyone. All of them targeting Vargas, those assholes. Oops, I want to technique. Oh, and he went full repair all, apparently. That I honestly had forgotten about. And by that I mean I didn't even know it was a thing. And you're just gonna charge, because one of them's gonna melee and the rest are gonna, you know, stab people. Pink. Giga crushed that guy. You're gonna switch to Bazuli, who is going to Gatling fire that guy, and you're just gonna charge. Wow. That's funny. God, Trimi and Vargas are hurt. Yeah, if you're curious if the animation was any different between the different attacks, no, it's all the same. forgot that was a thing. Barrier field makes you immune to melee attacks, so they don't do damage, but sadly with the Vargas we can actually hit the enemy back, so slightly a bit more useful. Finally. I mean, did anyone not see this coming? And then again, they are trying to be hype men. Oh, it's a Cubile. Cool, and it has mounted beam cannons. So we can't we can't defend against Bit, but we can defend against literally everything else. I'm assuming arm mounted. Honestly, if we could, I would give the Cubile to Aeon. We just can't. We don't get the Cubile for a good long while. And then when we get the Cubile, it's not actually that good either, which is the funny part. Oh. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Or actually, we have Giga Curse, so why not use it? And then you're going to Gatling Fire, and you'll just full repair on Tristan. For some reason, I was thinking that she was gonna like use all her bits, but that's not really a thing in this game. Or she could kill Tristan, that works too. That is a thing, though. Don't worry, if you remember, Fritz has full regenerate now, so he can cover us there. Technique, full regenerate, beam field. Oh. Actually, if I got a Cubile, I'd probably give it to Gavinger. Or not Gavinger, Bezuli. I'd give it to Gavinger too if I could, but I can't. Because I'm pretty sure the Cubile is better than the Rick Diaz. Honestly, the Masala and the Goplant fight, much more difficult than the Cubile. Then again, that was 3 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. Or 1 versus 3. Literally the exact same dialogue as the last time. Then again, I'm suspecting they didn't want you to do them in a row like I'm doing them. So they weren't expecting you to watch them like that. Alright, so we do the Championship League. And then we fight the leader of the arena. The Championship League will actually be pretty difficult. I don't think we'll be able to do it here. But after we finish up Eisengrad, we'll go and do it. And then once we're done with that, we can try to fight the leader of the arena, but that's gonna be a little while. So this is the Hyper Mega Launcher. This was one of the beam rifles that the Zeta used. It is actually pretty destructive and super nice. I do very much enjoy it. I had honestly forgot about it. No, that won't work. That looked pretty good. We lost the nice shield, so we lost a little bit of armor. How much was that shield versus the one we were using? It was the Gundam shield too. So 45 versus, what, 18? Yeah. So we lost 27 armor, but we got 2 big fuck you cannons. So, folks, that'll be that. If you enjoyed the episode, you should like. If you didn't, you should dislike. We'll be back next time to go fight the next boss. And then once we're done with that, we'll be ready to attack Eisengrad. But that'll be next week. So, see you later, folks.